do another walk around here in a minute with all the doors closed so you can see what it looks like. A little bit breezy, I apologize. I'll note in the video, as well as the text, the tops of the front fenders and the hood and the cowl were all painted at one time by someone. The rest of the paint on the truck is original. I was going to do that, but I thought, well, I'll leave it up to someone who buys it. They may want to do it, not do it. I don't know. I'm just kind of burnt out with messing with it, actually. I think in this shot here, you can see that if you look closely, I believe you can see that the windows, the two side windows, are scratched. However, we do have new molding in here. I just didn't replace the windows. They're not that expensive, but I just didn't get around to it. Everything else on the truck, I think, belonged to the truck when it was new. Let me walk around here to the other side real quick. Here's its beauty mark. A girl drove it to high school. She owned it for about 10 years during high school and after college, I assume. Anyway, she ran into something and bent this and bent the bumper. The bumper's been straightened out. Brand new tires. The original trim rings. Everything works on this. All the windows, all the power windows, all the power locks. Spare tire carrier, obviously. The four-wheel, push-button four-wheel drive works. What else can I say? Let me show you what kind of wear there is on the seat. This is really the only, other than the birthmark and the repainting of the hood, this would be the only thing that might be of concern to someone. Show you the door panels. Show you the dashboard here. Try to. Radio works. It's on military time. Okay, we are in drive, and it's in four-wheel drive. If I go up here, it's kind of hard to see the light. You can't see the light during the day. But then if I go into neutral and I go into low range, you can see that it's gone into low range. And if I put it back in drive, it is obviously in low gear. I don't know if it's obvious on the camera, but it's in low gear. An aftermarket radio, the factory radio pooped out. Let me take it out of low range here. Let me get it in neutral. There we go. Take it out of four-wheel, put it back in park. Might as well turn it off instead of listening to it. Air conditioner works. The remote for the radio is in there. I don't think anybody ever smoked in it. Let's see. All the paperwork, the pertinent paperwork, including the owner's manuals, in the glove box. Floor mats are new. There's an original sales brochure, repair manual, and this kind of like hokey little thing I bought here just to set drinks in. It has two cracks in the dash, therefore there's a dash mat on it. Headliner was replaced. I replaced the headliner. I'm not real proud of the job, but it's way better than it was. It was all hanging. All the rest of the seats are very good as far as no wear. Let me take you to the other side. Take a shot in the back here. Shot around the rear deck, or rear deck lid. Little bit of evident rust up there, but that's the only rust on the entire truck. This is the filler for the rear windshield washer wiper, which also works. The optional step to get to the roof rack. 5 new tires. That's a new tire on the spare. Let me close this and continue on. Okay, here's a shot of the seat tilted, passenger seat tilted forward. Shot of the floor, heater vent, and yes, the seats fold down. Everything's cool there. I'm not going to bother doing that. Rear speakers function. Ashtrays nobody ever uses on both sides. The compartment down there on that little compartment that you see down there has the controller for 4-wheel drive in it, electronic controller. I don't know what else I can tell you in here. Let me close it up and we'll do a little walk around the outside and look underneath. Okay, here's the passenger's door. The door sills. Let me close it all up and we'll walk around. Okay, here's the hood. From judging on the inside of the hood, I don't think the hood was ever damaged. I think the paint just went bad or something happened. I don't know exactly what happened to it, but somebody decided to paint it from right here up, and they put clear coat on it, and the clear coat all peeled off of it. So I just did a test DA sand on it to see what was under there. It doesn't appear like anything's wrong. It's just a matter of getting the remaining yellowed clear coat off and painting it. I just didn't get around to it, as I said. New headlight housings, polished turn signal lenses. Like I say, the front bumper was straightened. New tires. The tires probably don't even have 200 miles on them all the way around. They're the original size for the truck. You'll notice that these stripes on the side, and this is the beauty mark again, but anyways, the stripes on the side, there was some fade stripes on there, kind of like on the old Torinos, and they had clear on them, and they had totally disintegrated, and it was quite a job to get them off of there enough to even put something back on there. And because you can't find those stripes, I found this maroon and I thought it looked good with the red color. I was going to put a barrier stripe in between the white and the red here, but I put a little bit on there and I didn't like the way it looked. I thought it looked better just left like that. So let's finish a walk around. I'm selling this 1989 Ford Bronco. The speedometer says 80-some thousand miles on it. I'm guessing that it has 180, but it's in very good shape, very well taken care of. As of right now, with the exception of the paint and some very minor things like the scratching of the side windows and so forth, there's only a few items to take care of on it, and it would be almost pristine. I didn't fix the beauty mark on the left front fender either, because it's, number one, not that visible, and to me it gives a vehicle its own character to have something on it like that. That's just me. The original beauty rings, the wheels have been painted, new shocks all the way around. Let me get down in here. New shocks all the way around, everything has been cleaned. We'll go underneath in just a minute. Let me finish walking around the front. From this vantage point, you can kind of get an idea of the fender damage in the hood there. I don't know as it's really a big deal, but not to me anyways. Okay, so we kind of made a trip all the way around. Let's go see what it looks like underneath. Okay, here's a shot of the underside. New radiator hose. New thermostat. There's a lot of new parts on this, but I'm not even going to go into the list. New map sensor. Oh, I don't know. There's just all kinds of new parts. I have a list and I have documents on all the new parts. But we'll leave it at that for right now. If somebody has a question, you can certainly ask me. Let's go down to the side. Muffler has a little tiny hole in the bottom of it too. Just haven't gotten around to that. All that stuff is pretty cheap fix on these things and readily available. Like I say, I'm just kind of getting tired of working on it. It drives good. The steering box has been rebuilt. Let's go to the back. I think in this shot you get a pretty good idea what condition all the metal's in under here. There's no rust on it. By the way, when we were down there, I forgot to tell you the four-wheel drive, the electronic unit for the four-wheel drive right there has been rebuilt. Works like a champ. Like I say, this is a Southwest truck. It was bought in Deming, New Mexico. There's not an ounce of rust on the frame or anything of this thing. Obviously, you can judge for yourself. And that's about all I can show you on here. If you have any questions, give me a shout. And this is her running down the street. That's about all I can show you.